Yeah, hi everyone, welcome to Emsley Lodge for another week. Winter has arrived. It's absolutely freezing in this morning. It's 0 degrees, but and foggy. We can't even actually see too much this morning. We're having to have one person at the top of the hill, one person at the bottom of the hill just to watch the track work. So anyway, we have to make sure our riders are always safe. What did we have last week? A couple of horses, probably stiff not to have a double actually at Matawa on the weekend. I thought El Sordo stepping up to the 2,000 metres was pretty good. He just got beaten by a horse that just had the drop on him, and he'd had the run of the race, and we had to sort of do a bit of the donkey work to get there. But I thought he was strong to the line, held his gallop, and you would think that he's not far off a win, that horse. He's going okay. Champagne Sabre looked the winner on the corner, didn't he? And just copped a check, which probably cost him 2 or 3 lengths, and he ended up getting beaten. I don't know, probably a lot less than that, probably a length and a half or something. But both those horses are okay. They both ran the 2,000 metres out really strong. They both got around little tight tracks, sort of going forward next preparation. It's a really handy thing to know, because I would hope that one of those two, maybe in 12 months' time, are sort of going to make country cups horses. And if you can sort of sit forward and get around little tight tracks, that's a big advantage. But yeah, both horses have been all right. Thought Lulu's Choice was good at Bendigo. Jai just sort of said she just was at her top a long way out, but was very, very strong sort of late. He said the winner sort of went past us, but then we held our gallop to the line. So probably step her up to 1,200 metres now, and maybe go to Geelong next Friday with her. But yeah, all three of those horses were sort of a bit stiff, but hopefully they can sort of kick the new season off for a win. Tango's Jewel will go to Swan Hill on Friday. She was great last time in, really consistent, race tough. Last start winner at Sandown. Brought her back in and ran her first up, and she went really, really hard. She was just too fresh, and then carved up bad. So I've given her a bit of time to get over that run. I'm going to keep it to the 1,000 only because of the way how hard she went at Sandown first up. And at the end of the day, she's a front-running 1,200 metre horse. So I think 1,000 metres, we should be able to be around about the placings, then step her back up to 1,200 after that, and we should be right. But I think we've got her right again. I think she's right. I think her fitness is so much better than it was first up, so she'll get every chance. And she can sort of run a place at a cheeky price on Friday. That's Tango Jewel at Swan Hill. Rajana, geez, poor little thing. I've got her in at Swan Hill. I'm desperate to get this thing back to the races, but she's drawn 14 at Swan Hill, so then we accepted at Hamilton, and she's drawn 13. They're really hard, these sort of horses, because they're a little bit down in the ballot. You take them to the races. Because we're a little bit limited with trials, we sort of took her to the races and gave her a run as a trial. Now she's had 2 starts for 2 zeros, and now she's in a ballot, so you're sort of obligated to run them whenever they can run. But she's drawn 14, so you have a bad excuse, and get caught 3 or 4 wide, run midfield again, and then you're further down the ballot. So a couple of tough decisions need to be made with her. We just need to get it to the races, get 2 or 3 runs into it, and see exactly where we're at with her. But anyway, she'll probably go to Swan Hill. As I said, I've got her in at Hamilton as well, but she's drawn poorly there as well. We're probably going to get a better track at Swan Hill, so we'll probably lean to taking her to Swan Hill on Friday. That's Rajana. I'll take Redivo up to Swan Hill on Friday. He's up to the 2,400, so this is his trip. He sort of starts to get up to this sort of distance, and he's really, really competitive. I probably think he just wants this run, but the 2,400 he loves. He'll probably jump out and get back. They tend to just burn him for speed for the first half of the race, and then sort of when he gets sort of to the 800 metre mark and they're starting to feel the pinch, that's where he sort of clocks in. So he'll go good. He's in really good nick. He's eating his head off. He just loves getting trained out of the paddock here. Everything's right with him, but I just reckon I'm just going a little bit of time between runs. It was just sort of not by design, but it's just how it's worked out. So, but I think he'll improve again after this run. But he's going good. He's in good nick, and he'll go up as good as he can. So that's Redivo at Swan Hill on Friday. Got El Sordo in at Hamilton on Saturday. I'm not sure if I'll back him up or not. He's run second his last 2 starts. He went up to the 2,000 metres, and I thought he was really good. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just have a really good look at it, see how he is on Friday. If he's jumping out of his skin and really well, we might consider backing him up. If not, I'll wait another week for him. But he's racing really well, and he's just he's probably better now than he was a month ago. I thought he was just starting to train off about a month ago, but he's really come through good. and his last 2 races have been great. So certainly on Saturday he was great. So yeah, he may go to Hamilton on Saturday, and obviously if he does, he'd be very hard to beat on his last 2 runs. That's El Sordo.
G'day guys, welcome to Around the Stables. This week's horse is a horse called Champagne Sabre. Actually his birthday today. All the horses' birthday today, so 1st of August, so happy birthday to all the horses out here. As for him, he's got his foot on the till, doesn't he? He's ran a couple of placings. He ran 2nd at Matoa last start, and yeah, he probably should have won, but anyway, Jack decided to go random, and he probably should have gone through him, but that's all right. He's got his foot on the till. He's going great. Nice and sound, happy, healthy, good eating horse. Had a few soundness issues with him sort of early on, but yeah, you can see by the amount of racing that he's had this prep over big distances. He had a couple of long float trips. Yeah, he's certainly holding up his prep yeah, really well, probably extremely well. So we thought he was probably going to go to the paddock after the Matoa run, but he pulled up so well, and he's still eating, and he looks great, and there's probably a really good opportunity to take him to Geelong next Friday as a 2400, so go back up to the 2400. He's been a horse that sort of mid-race he can get quite keen and over race, and but the more racing he's done over this staying trip, so he's been able to relax mid-race, and therefore he's been able to finish those off races really strongly. So go up to the 2400, so probably just needs a really good tempo, and I think if he gets a really good tempo and he can just land sort of 3, 4, 5, draw a gate, and yeah, you know, he'll be hitting the line really strongly. So he's still so young and immature, so I think next prep he's going to be a horse that he'll be able to put a couple of together. I imagine if he's able to reach his sort of his peak, he's going around on Sandown, you know, in those 2100 metre, 2400 metre races at Sandown midweek. I think that's his go as an older horse, but yeah, he's certainly got a bright future, just knowing how immature and young he still is, and how much improvement there is there. But nice, sound, happy, really quiet horse, lovely horse to deal with. So yeah, hopefully he can have a win this prep, and he can go for a well-deserved spell.
That's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. That's it for another racing season. We kick off a new racing season this week, and hopefully hope we get a better start. Had 80 outs last season at the beginning of the season. It was just an absolute shocker, but towards the end, the sort of second half of the season, we had a great time of it, and I think we trained a couple of doubles and had a couple of really good winners. So got a lot of horses all lined up in the next month that should be pretty close to winning. A couple of, even probably 3 horses that we raced last week, probably all ready to go. Sort of they could certainly put their head in front without any surprises in the next couple of weeks. So that's good. So I suppose the new racing seasons, we're not all that far off the spring. A couple of our hopefuls, a couple of our 2-year-olds turning 3-year-olds that we've got big plans for, have come back into work, so we'll probably show them in the next couple of weeks, and they're probably not far off a trial. I think we've got grass trials here at Geelong on the 14th of August, so we'll have probably our better horses all lined up, ready to go for that, and hopefully we can produce a spring horse. It'd be great. Haven't had one for a while, so I think we've got a colt and a filly there that are pretty special, so let's cross our fingers that one of them can make it. Until next week, see you later.
Wherever you want to go.
Can't stop yawning. Oh yeah, beautiful morning. Have a look at that. Right, eh?